From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley on today's Cash Close. Sorry, I took a couple days off. The name of this video, the Algos make the S&P go down, and the Algos make the S&P go up. The high of the day in the S&P came in at 2079.80 mid-afternoon. The low came in at 2047.20 after the open. And last, we're 2047.74 half, we're up 15 handles. Total volume is low. We have 900,000 minis traded and 2.7 thousand big S&Ps traded in the pit. MOC, the MIM started showing out like 100 million to sell, flipped to like 200 million to buy, ended up buying 90 million, and the actual MOC came out by 230 million. Tomorrow we have the Gallup US ECI number. We have William Dudley and Narayana Kocherlakota from the Fed speaking. We have the Redbook. We have the JOLTS number. We have a 3-year note auction. We have consumer credit. And I want to remind everybody, Alcoa kicks off the earnings season on April 8th. That's Wednesday. Now, you like the name of the video? Well, you should, because that's exactly what's been going on here. During Friday's abbreviated trading session, which was a complete catastrophe, and why they even have the markets open for that is ridiculous, and it should definitely be reviewed. They traded 90,000 contracts. And then on Sunday nights, after everybody, the world got to see the weaker number and everybody got to sell a little bit more futures, the total volume in Globex on Sunday night was only 85,000. That creates something that Mr. Top Step was talking about in his opening print, what I talked about in the opening print, called thin to win. Now the Algos pushed the S&P down, everybody got short, they sold, ran the sell stops, and then today was a mammoth buy program that pushed the futures all the way back up to 2080, running buy stops and running buy programs throughout the whole rally. Now I gotta ask, do you think that the mutual funds use the shorts to push the S&P higher? I think they do, and I think today was a great example of that. Now, tomorrow, tomorrow I'm going to put in a chart that's going to show exactly what the Pitbull was, what he termed as one of his best trading tools, the QCHA. I know it's an old tool. But you know what? When the futures started rising this morning, I got short around the 2070 level, and I thought that was a decent level. But you know what? The Pitbull kept hitting me up on the side, showing me a rising QCHA, and I'm going to put his instant messages on the chart, showing you exactly how the futures rallied as he kept hitting me up with the QCHA. So you know what? At the end of the day, traders, I think there's a couple things that you got to point out. 1, volume was extremely low. 2, the QCHA continued to rise. And 3, everybody got caught short and up the S&P went. It was a very, very quiet day. Europe was closed. Many of the markets in Asia were closed. And definitely thin to win took over. We'll leave it like that. We'll see you tomorrow on the opening print.